It is time now for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Friday, March 24th, 2017. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins and your 11 o'clock news on there. Top story of the 11 hour on this late Friday is Republican leaders abruptly pulled their overhaul of the nation's healthcare system from the House floor on Friday. A demanded defeat for President Trump and House Speaker Paul Ryan that leaves a major campaign promise unfulfilled with casting down. Former Penn State president found guilty in Sandusky abuse case. A small private jet has crashed in a home about 2.25 miles away from the end of the runway at Cobb County New National Airport. Actions of conspiracy 11 media personality apologized Friday for promoting a Pizzagate, the baseless virus story that a Washington pizza restaurant was locale by child sex abuse ring run by Hillary Clinton and her campaign. Attorney Jamie Gorelick has just finished her vetting of potential cabinet secretaries. Hillary Clinton raised the money to fill 2016 Democratic nominee when Jared Kushner called it last year seeking legal counsel. When the jihadists who call themselves Islamic State that have been in a Muslim will be a serious way for the organization but would not magically bring peace to Iraq. More than 20 European heads of state and government are gathering this weekend. The Italian capital celebrates the 60th anniversary that signed the Treaty of Rome. Representative Abby B. Schiff left and afternoons on the House Intelligence Committee spoke about their panel's inquiry. 2 months ago, the Washington Metropolitan Police Supervisor new commander Channel Dickinson made a pledge to let's find missing girls. La Crosse, Wisconsin, the Tonka La Crosse Central High School was all focused last weekend. State basketball championship. Then freshmen Will Olson and Ian Brown found themselves in the middle of some heroics themselves as Wisconsin teens saved friend choking on cheese curd. High security procedures for evidence and visa applicants at U.S. embassies worldwide will likely cause long delays for would-be travelers that the government scrutinizes everything from work history to social media and immigration law. A federal judge in Virginia ruled in the favor of the Trump administration party, declining the adjournment of a federal court that altered the president's revised travel ban last week. A Boston man linked to the Rhode Island president's escape allegedly stole a car from South Africa during his fight from custody was sentenced on Friday and connected to sale of high-powered weapons from the U.S. Army Reserve Center Worcester. Guilty plea in Fox Brown's breaks must lead his host out of an event. President Winfred Manford daycare sexual assaults. How bad it was Friday to be an American healthcare acting and NASA representatives. Bad, very bad after the tumultuous week. It's worth stepping back with a bit of perspective. The Trump administration approval of the Government for Trans Canada Corporation pipeline means that more North American crude and fuel could ultimately fall to the world market. President Trump's administration claimed credit on Friday for an announcement by the cable provider Charter Communications that it intends to hire 20,000 workers in the United States to invest in $25 billion in high-speed internet in the next 4 years. When a curious sight can become one of the society's biggest concerns, the fear of again is enough for many people to change lifestyles in dramatic, meaningful ways, even though it's an increasingly possible to beat the disease. Tyrannosaurus Rex and his buddies could be on the move in a new study. Proposal to me since Jacob of the dinosaur family tree as scientists to take a deeper look at dinosaur fossils suggested a different evolutionary history for dinosaurs moving meat. Black holes are big bullies of fate there, so massive enough gravity doesn't let in light escape. The biggest of black holes called supermassive weigh as much as a million suns. Spacewalk and astronauts prep space station are docked with commercial spaceships. In rich countries, death rates are supposed to decline for the past decade and a half. Middle-aged white Americans have been dying faster. A mother who beat cervical cancer tries one pregnant at a heart failure one day after giving birth to twins. Valhalla, New York, formerly conjoined twins in the medical provider left the New York hospital 2 months after surgery to separate them. Peter Children's Arm is now 11:04 on this late Friday night. And it's time now for our traffic in terms of the pot. Baby! Let's start off on the MTA. We're on the subway system. It's looking good on the commuter rail. And the fares, they are looking good here. Hey, highways and byways. Starting off down in New York City, where 95 on the northbound side is slow for the Bronx stretch. Midtown Tunnel, both ends is backed up. Brooklyn, Queens Expressway, eastbound side, also on Brooklyn Bridge on the eastbound side, it is slow. President's Bridge on the westbound side, it is slow. Grand Central Parkway, eastbound side, also Queens 678, southbound side, also around Grand Central Parkway. Lance Expressway, westbound side, also around Flushing. Frontenac Express eastbound side of Loso and 278 eastbound side is backed up. Howard and Bowe's connected with now. Looking good, 7 express side. Northbound side. It is backed up from the Mass South down to downtown Boston here. Mass Pike eastbound side. It's slow from Elsa Brad tolls to the South Express from Mass Pike westbound side of Loso, South Boston. 901 on the southbound side of Loso, trickling down in Springfield. 291 in eastbound side of Loso around the Springfield stretch. 93 on the both ends is backed up on the Woodstock limit of Vermont. 91 on both ends backed up from 93 all the way to the Canadian border. Interstate A both ends backed on the Montreal all the way up to the Canadian border. Interstate A7 is slow on both ends from Alswell Cham up to the Canadian border and all the 15 slow on both ends. And 295 on the southbound side is slow around the Falmouth in Portland here. And 95 on the southbound side, it is backed up to Palmer down at Skurrick. And 95 on the northbound side, also the Old Town down at Medway. And 95 on the southbound side, back to the no stretch here. Peter Jones' time is now 11:06 on this late Friday. And it's time now for a weather report here. And we had a cold, raw day here in Northern and around the region here, but I noticed that the temperatures have gone up a little bit moderately here, as we are in for precipitation tomorrow and Sunday, and expecting heavy rain to be on Monday. Okay, looking at current conditions here. 45 degrees on temperature here, not near 68% humidity, 35. Is the dew point at barometer 3 below 2 inches here. Current conditions around region 45 in Boston, 43 in Beverly and Gloucester and Bedford, 45 in Fitchburg, 43 in Worcester, 46 in Norwood, 45 in Taunton, 46 in New Bedford and Plymouth, 45 in Falmouth, 43 in Boston, 43 in Chatham, 43 in Nantucket, 45 in Boston, 45 in Providence, 46 in Walk, 43 in Montauk, 43 in Buckeye, 47 in Montauk, 45 in Elizabeth, New York City, and 43 in Bridgeport and New Haven and Groton, 43 in Meriden and Waterbury, 36 in Danbury, 43 in Hartford and Wintlocks and Springfield, 36 in Orange, Massachusetts, 37 in North Adams, 41 in Pittsburgh, Massachusetts, 43 in Albany, New York, 34 in Silver Springs, 32 in Bennington, 37 in Brownband, Bennington, Vermont, 34 in Lebanon, New Hampshire, 36 in Keene, New Hampshire, 39 in Jefferson, New Hampshire, 36 in Nashville, New Hampshire, 34 in Concord, Manchester, and Boston, New Hampshire, Portland, Maine, and 30 degrees up in Laconia, New Hampshire. Here. Okay, let's take a look at our surface map around the country. Shows a cold front stretching from Oregon, stretching up into 7 Alberta, married to the station from Alberta down western Dakotas, and from down eastern Montana, Wyoming, with a low pressure in 7 Alberta. High pressure region in northern Colorado, and a cold front down in western Utah, and on. Finally, emerged a cold front from up the 7 north central California, stretching at the sea here, and a cold front stretching from Texas, stretching up around Oklahoma, and a pink front stretching around Kansas, and a low pressure stationary front stretching from Kansas all the way down in the 7 Great Lakes, and merged over warm front from New York State down around New England here, and a cold front from Ontario stretching with a merged over warm front from eastern Quebec down in the northern New Brunswick and eastern tip of the Nova Scotia with a low pressure in 7 Quebec here, and high pressure coming out of northern New England here, and the Rockies here, and a front from Texas down around Arizona here, and a stationary front for the Gulf of Mexico stretching out off the 7th tip of Florida and off the Bahamas here, and we got a parade of lows stretching. One parade stretching from Texas all the way down around Missouri, and another one from Michigan all the way down to New York State. 40 degrees at temperature in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 43 in Omaha, 43 in Chicago. Last time we checked, it was 80 degrees in Chicago, but it dropped. The dramatic drop thanks to the low pressure center here. To the station front, 60 in Kansas City, 49 in Detroit, 67 in Pittsburgh, 56 in Washington, D.C., 74 in Dallas, 75 in Brownsville, Texas, 82 in Miami, 69 in Atlanta, Georgia, 63 in Albuquerque, Mexico, 41 in Denver, 55 in Salt Lake City, 75 out in Phoenix, 72 in Las Vegas, that's 57 in Great Falls, Montana, 48 in Seattle, 57 in San Francisco, and 59 degrees out in Los Angeles. There. Alright, let's take a look at our current radar situation around the country. Okay. We're seeing some rain showers stretch around south of Portland, around Kennebec, stretching off the mid-Maine coast. Snow, sleet, and rain stretch around Brunswick, and snow in between Waterville and Augusta. Rain stretching from Acadium Park, and snow in the central, eastern, and western portions of Nova Scotia to the southern portion of New Brunswick. Snowing in the central New Hampshire, up in the northern Vermont, and up in the upstate New York, 7 Quebec, and northeastern Ontario. Here. And National Radar Satellite Looping it shows. Hydrogen clouds coming over northern New England and a line of rain showers stretching up upstate New York, stretching around the northern Great Lakes and the northern Michigan, central Wisconsin, and western Iowa, and eastern Nebraska, and a line of showers and storms stretching from southern Missouri down from Arkansas down in eastern Texas and western Louisiana, and a line of clouds coming to much Gulf states around the Great Lakes, and a line of clouds from the Florida coast stretching up to West Virginia around Pennsylvania and Ohio, and raining off the border coast and northern tip of Cuba. And line of rain showers from north central California stretching up and around Montana and coming to much of California, Nevada, Idaho, Montana, West Wyoming, and rain showers in the northwestern Oregon and western Washington State, snow and sleet. Around the Washington Cascades, spotty snow, sleet, and rain showers around central portions of New British Columbia, and some rain showers in southern portions of Alberta, and raining around southwestern portions of Canada, snowing around central portions of Canada. Snowing in central portions of Saskatchewan. Here. Okay. I'm expecting scattered showers in the morning, another chance in the afternoon, and wind should be beyond the cold front. And expect rain Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Will be the concerns and some ice on Sunday, Monday. Here. And nothing hazardous in the weather department here. And forecast discussion here. High pressure moves farther. And high pressure is going to move farther offshore tonight, which means that we're going to bring a southwest flow of moderate stuff in New England. A cold front will push south across the region Saturday. The front will stall Saturday out, but it try to push northward Sunday, Monday. It appears a light rain and fall. Saturday, then a mix of wintry weather will develop Sunday night and early Monday. Rain will fall heavy at times later Monday as low pressure heads up. Passes ahead across the region. It continues on Tuesday ahead of a cold front. As cooler last Wednesday to the Thursday with breeze to the northwest winds. We have a chance to disturb weather Friday. The weekend gives it a continued active weather pattern. So the western rainfall chances a bit more based on the latest regional radar data. And HRR guidance will make further tweaks to timing and needed overnight. Temperatures should remain near steadily and slightly rise overnight with a persistent southwest wind and abundant clouds. Here. Alright, 7-day forecast going to say it's tonight. Most of the clouds go about 42 degrees. Southwest about 7 miles an hour. For Saturday, jet rain may after 8 AM clouds got about 49 degrees. Light about wind becoming a north wind 5 miles in the morning. Chest pitch is 40%. New percent between the 10 and 40 minutes possible. Saturday, chest rain may possibly miss with sleet after 1 AM. Then gradually and mostly clouds go about 32 degrees. Night northeast wind, chest pitch is 30%. Little notes of convective expected for Sunday. A slight jet rain after 9 AM. Mostly clouds about 5 degrees at east with about 6 to 8 miles an hour. Chest pitch is 20%. Tonight, jet rain, much fog after 1 AM was. Clouds go about 35 degrees east with about 7 miles an hour. Chest pitch is 50%. For Monday, rain, likely patch fog before 11 AM. Hour near 48 degrees and low about 3. Chest pitch is 30%. Tuesday, jet rain after 9 AM and before 5 AM. Clouds got about 50 about 3 degrees. Chest pitch is 45%. Wednesday, put settle the podcast about 57 about 3 degrees. And for Thursday, most sunny podcast about 51 about 31 degrees. And for Friday, most sunny about 52 degrees. Here. And Peter's weather for the of the day. Rain tomorrow and Sunday and a wet weekend in store. And that's me after the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Friday, March 24th, 2017. I'm Prince Review. Good night with a good positive day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning with more. But I hope you all have a good night.